Okay. Great. Okay. So let's jump on to what we discussed last time. We did discuss about the test scenario, test, how to write the test cases and everything. I was going through the some of the assignments which were submitted by you all, and I picked up one interesting thing from Misbah. Okay, if let's go through that, and we will actually try to work out a couple of items there, so that others can also able to pick up from that. And today we can also cover another topic called a requirement traceability metrics. Okay, once we go through the document, and then we will actually touch upon that. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay, great. So I took Misbah as test cases here, the assignment. Misbah, actually very much impressed with how you actually have written the document. Really a good work. And again, rest of the two, okay, they have put in a lot of effort to write the test cases and test scenarios. Okay. So let's go through this, okay, and then we'll discuss about some of the aspects. Now, there has been some introduction of Book My Show here, okay. Some insight about the Book My Show, right? Okay, it's an online entertainment ticketing platform that allows users to book tickets for movies, plays, sports, and live events through its website, mobile app, and mobile site. Okay. Now, a couple of things you've written here. Test scenario 1. Go to Chrome, type Book My in URL, then click on the search button. I didn't quite understand what exactly you're trying to infer on the test scenarios, Misbah. What test scenario we have talked about is that the high level of some functionality, right? Okay. I didn't quite get what you are trying to infer from here. If you could explain, that would be really great.
Okay.
Okay, if you see here, in this scenario 2, you have mentioned about the login, register and login. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That makes sense for me. Like, it's another scenario where, you talk about, registration and also to log into the application.
Yes,
but
sir.
I didn't quite understand about the scenario 1. Okay. Let's ignore scenario 1 for a moment. Okay. Let's talk about the registration and login. Okay. You did mention, okay, yeah, there's the scenario where you have a registration and you have a login to the Book My Show.
Yes,
so
sir.
you have you have mentioned a couple of things like verify that the user is able to select the preferred city.
Yes.
I don't know what which page it is, whether it is in the registration or in the login. I really don't know.
Actually, when we go to this bookmyshow.com, the scenario 1 will get open, like the homepage will be open. Later on, if I click on the sign in button, I got this like verify the city, which city you're from, and I click on Bangalore. So yes, sir, this is the first scenario.
So in that case, in the scenario 1, it is you can mention that launching Book My Show.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, or launching the bookmyshow.com in various browsers.
Yeah, I think I missed out that the scenario
Okay.
one. Yeah.
So you could mention that you can actually use that scenario one to launch the browser. Sorry, the bookmyshow.com on Google, Google Chrome or Internet Explorer. Oh, sorry, the Edge. Now it is called, or Safari or something, right?
Safari. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now the second one, you're saying the registration. Okay. Now, when you probably what I would be writing here, okay, in the registration and login. So let me put this one here.
Sure.
Okay. I would say verifying the okay.
Yes, sir.
So I would say two aspects. One is verifying the registration of new user, and the verification of the successful login of existing user,
Yes, sir.
and verification of okay.
Yes, sir.
So this has become my scenarios.
Okay.
Okay. Now, based on this scenario, I'll pick up the scenario. Okay. And then
Okay.
verifying the registration of the new user. Okay. Under this, so I'll do another. Under this, okay, I'll just say verifying the registration of new user. That's the
Yes.
scenario one, right?
Yes, sir.
So under that, okay, you'll say, writing the test cases. Also test cases. Step one, launch
Bookmyshow.
bookmyshow.com. Step two, okay. I don't know, I'll click on registration. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And step three, select the city. I don't know. I'm not used. I'm just randomly writing. Okay. Select city. Enter the preferred user ID. Step five. Enter the preferred Password. Step 6. Click on create login or register. Okay, probably city, and then probably instead of this, enter the email ID. Definitely it would ask for, and mobile number. Click on create login register. Okay. So what should be the outcome? So user be able to register. Before that, okay, another thing is user should get an email with the registration completion. Correct? You might get an email as well. Correct? So this could be the outcome.
Yes, sir.
I'm just, I've written in a very generic way. Okay. Now, okay. So probably would have, mentioned about a couple of steps here, but in the scenario, you're not going to talk about different steps, but you will talk about the actual scenario. See here, what is my scenario here?
Verifying the registration of the new user.
New user.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're not mentioning any of the steps. What you have done is you've written the steps here.
Yes, sir.
In the scenarios, you should never talk about the steps or the verification. You should only have a statement.
Statement, yeah.
Okay, stating that what you are going to verify. What is the main functionality you are going to verify, or sub functionality what you're going to verify.
Yeah.
Okay, is everyone following, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. So now comes, now what you have done is, now you have, user profile management. There's a scenario 3 and there's a scenario 4 and all those things. Again, you have mentioned the steps, which is incorrect. But if you convert that into the steps, test cases, then it is fine. Okay. Now you have the, scenario, seat selection and booking process. Under, this has become a scenario, which is good. And this will become test cases or test steps. Okay. Now you have, now you have written like, here, test cases for Book My Show. Verify that the user can be able to select the preferred city. Launch Book My Show in a browser, select the city Bangalore, check events, movies are related to Bangalore location. Shows, events, movies are related to Bangalore location, which is good. Okay. And test case, case 2, verify that a new user can successfully register by providing valid details. Yeah, this is right. Okay, launch the browser, select the city, Bangalore, check the all user profile like menu bar, company logo, options menu, etc. Whether present. Check the checkbox to agree to the terms and condition. Click on the register button. Expect a result. The user should be able to successfully register by providing valid details. What are valid details? So you're not talking about what are all other, you're mentioning about this, only city. What other things you need to enter in order to register? You need to talk about here in the steps.
Yes, sir.
After registration, the user should be automatically logged into the application. The user email address should be displayed on the dashboard or profile page to confirm successful registration, which is good. But however, you should also talk about different elements which is
Yes, sir.
required to create the user login.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like here, you have mentioned verify that an error message display for invalid login attempts, which is a very good scenario. Launch the book my navigate to the login page, enter an invalid username and the username field, enter the invalid password in the password field, click on the login button, verify that an error message displayed on the screen, which is a very good one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the error message should be displayed indicating the login page was unsuccessful. That's a very good one. Okay. Now verify that an existing user can log into using their registration credentials. Yeah, look, this is
Yes.
absolutely proper steps what you have written.
Yes, sir.
Expected output, valid email ID and username, valid password. Okay, expected results. Existing user should be able to log in successfully. So from the test cases perspective, it is correct, but the test scenario, it is incorrect. Okay, you need to correct them. So this will become as a test steps, whatever you have actually written
Yes.
above, to verify those scenarios. Everyone, are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
Yes, sir, we are ready.
somebody said okay, okay, I couldn't. Okay, great. So now, previously what we have learned, okay, and again, I will, okay, rather than discussing about the requirement accessibility metrics, I want to discuss about the test case itself, test case document. Okay. Now you have written the, now we're able to understand rather, okay, what is user requirements, what is test scenario, and what are the test steps. So now we had written all these test steps. For an example, let me tell you. Okay. Let's take an example of this, verifying that an existing user can log into their using their registration credentials. Launch the browser, launch the Book My Show web application. Okay. Now, how do you know the the web application or that portal is opened successfully? Who is actually confirming that it is opened? Let me put this in in this way. My company built this bookmyshow.com, and you are actually a tester. You're working in my company. While you're actually testing this application, you're trying to test the login of existing user. Correct. So when you have written this particular step, okay, this is the step what you have written. Okay, launch the Book My Show web application. What I should how are you going to confirm whether it is launched successfully or not? So there are a couple of things you need to remember. Okay. How do we design our test case document? See, what you have written is absolutely fine, but we are going towards formalizing or structuring the verification of any given application or functionality or anything for that matter. Okay. So usually in the test case document, okay, what you will have is very simple. So you have overview, / introduction, ignore the spelling mistake. Okay. User requirement ID. You're talking about which user requirement you're actually writing the test cases. Okay. And anyways, you have the overview of the requirement. Okay. Now comes step. And then, okay, hold on. There is another thing. Okay. Test case ID / step number. Okay. Test step. That is what you have written there. Test step. Expected result. Test status. Okay, sorry. Before that.
Actual result.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, I was about to do that.
Actual
Good job.
result.
Excellent. Good job. Actual result. I'm giving you, just a basic structure. Okay. Test status. Test performed by and test date and signature if we need it. Okay. For everything. Okay. So now the test, and you can also add another thing here. Test scenario. Okay, so assume we have different scenarios for one particular user requirements. You will enter that scenario ID or user requirement ID and everything. Okay, now you have step 1 or TCD. Step 1. When I said TCD, it's test case document. Okay. Step 1. Okay. Then test step. Okay. Let's take an example of this. Launch the web application. What should be the expected result here? What should be the expected result? The expected result is book my show application should be
Display.
displayed or opened successfully. Yeah. Comes. What is the actual result? This is the expected result,
Actual.
right?
Yes.
Actual result. Okay. Assume
Display.
if it is displayed successfully, then okay. Yeah. With book my show. Total. Okay. Displayed successfully. Right? Now, if
Yes, sir.
it is the actual result is is as per the expected result, then you will select it is pass. Okay, test status. We will come back to test status. There are many status, but just remember it is pass or fail, right? And test performed by.
Yes, sir.
Okay, write it as RC, whoever it is. Okay, test date 07 July 2023. And if needed be signature, you will have a digital signature or whatever. So what has actually happened here? So you're actually verifying this is the test step 1, and this is the test step, and this is the expected result, and this is what you would expect that to happen. Okay. Now, when we come back to, let's take an example, navigate to the login page. Okay. So here.
Okay, sir.
Login page should be displayed successfully. Correct? Actual result, login page displayed.
Displayed successfully.
Okay. However, you will not just display it successfully. Pass. Same. I'll just put it in, and then that's it. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is, okay, now you know how to write the test cases, right? Okay. What you need to do is you need to structure your test cases in this particular format. Put the overview, and if if you have know the user requirement ID, for the user ID, requirement ID, test scenario, write the test scenario, what you're actually testing. And for that particular scenario, write all the test steps. Okay. We will, populate this pass, fail, or anything later. But what I'm actually expecting, these 4 things. Okay. In your template, I want even this to be available. Ignore the signature for now, but at least I need to have these 3. You can leave them blank. However, I need these 4 to be populated by you all. Okay, along with this. Can this be done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sure it's quite easy because you guys have already now well versed with identifying the test scenarios, test steps, and everything. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I'm pleased to create your own test case template. Okay. And try to write all the test steps along with scenarios and everything. And if you have multiple scenarios, you can create additional sheet here, or you can actually write another, something called test scenario 2 here. And then write the test cases here. Okay, you can copy paste the same header and you can write. Or for the simplicity, you can actually create a new sheet and write that. It's easy to manage as well. Okay. Let's do this one. I hope you guys understood what we discussed today.
Okay, sir.
Please, yeah, please do submit, your work, and we can catch up next week sometime. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Great, good job, guys, and everyone. I'm really pleased to see many people have already picked up with the concepts and everything, and yeah, look forward to see a much more productive um, assignments or submission from you guys. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Much appreciated. Have a nice evening. Speak to you later. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.